Selena Gomez says Ice Cube was her childhood crush. Welcome to B News. In the kaleidoscope of Hollywood, where generations of stars continue to influence, entertain, and evolve, we often find ourselves fascinated not only by their work but also by the little personal revelations that unexpectedly capture our attention. And in an era dominated by social media confessions, candid interviews, and viral fan moments, one statement recently caught the world off guard, not because it was controversial, but because it was delightfully unexpected. Pop icon Selena Gomez, the Disney Channel sweetheart turned global music sensation and entrepreneurial powerhouse, made a revelation that surprised fans and sparked a new wave of nostalgic affection across the internet. In a casual yet instantly viral moment, Selena Gomez shared that her childhood crush was none other than Ice Cube, yes, the legendary rapper and member of the revolutionary hip-hop group NWA. Known for his gritty lyrics, fearless attitude, and his transformative roles in film. This confession came during an appearance that was meant to be lighthearted, playful, and charming, yet it gave us a window into the human side of stardom. For Selena Gomez, a woman who has built her career around openness, relatability, and emotional honesty, this confession further cemented her image as someone who constantly surprises her audience, not just with her work, but with her personality. Fans were quick to react, and the internet exploded with memes, appreciation posts, and a newfound admiration for the pop star's taste. After all, Ice Cube isn't the typical teen idol type, especially for a young girl growing up in the early 2000s surrounded by the likes of Jesse McCartney and Aaron Carter. So, what made Ice Cube stand out to a young Selena? And what does this quirky confession say about the unique evolution of both artists? To understand the gravity of this surprising connection, one must revisit the timeline of both celebrities. Ice Cube, born O'Shea Jackson, was already a household name by the time Selena Gomez was born in 1992. From his days as the revolutionary voice behind NWA's hard-hitting lyrics to his seamless transition into acting with roles in Boys and the Hood, Friday, and later comedic hits like Barbershop and Are We There Yet, Ice Cube represented a different kind of stardom. He was real. He was tough. He wasn't polished for children's TV. Yet his charisma was undeniable, and for someone like Selena, growing up in a multicultural household with varied cultural influences, Ice Cube may have symbolized a raw authenticity that mainstream child stars simply lacked. Her crush wasn't just on a face, it was on a presence. A commanding aura that refused to be overlooked. For Selena's generation, growing up in the late 1990s and early 2000s meant being bombarded with bubblegum pop stars and carefully curated teen idols. But Selena Gomez was never a typical fan, nor would she grow up to be a typical star. Raised in Grand Prairie, Texas, Selena was exposed to a blend of Latin culture from her Mexican-American heritage, pop culture from her Disney years, and perhaps, a little West Coast attitude through icons like Ice Cube. Her admission is more than just a cute anecdote, it reflects the cross-cultural reach of hip-hop and how artists like Ice Cube transcended genre and generation to become lasting figures of influence. This is the power of hip-hop meeting Hollywood, a fusion that connects fans and artists in the most unexpected ways. The internet's response was instant and varied. Twitter users quickly trended phrases like Selena and Cube, joking about the unlikely pairing while simultaneously admiring Selena's taste. Fan accounts created collages of the two celebrities, with captions like Queen meets King and We need a collab now. But beyond the jokes was a genuine sense of surprise. Why Ice Cube? Why now? Why this confession? And to many, the answer lies in Selena's ongoing narrative of embracing her true self, imperfections, and all. Unlike many celebrities who carefully tailor their public image, Selena's authenticity shines through her openness about mental health, heartbreaks, struggles with fame, and now, even childhood crushes. She shows her audience that it's okay to be unexpected, to embrace your quirks, and to celebrate the full spectrum of influences that shape who you are. This playful confession also brought Ice Cube back into the spotlight, albeit in a context he likely hadn't anticipated. While Cube has always been recognized for his legacy in music and his impact on the culture, suddenly being called a childhood crush by one of the most followed women in the world gave him a fresh dose of viral relevance. In true Ice Cube fashion, he responded with cool composure, joking in interviews and on social media about his surprise and flattery. His reaction further endeared him to fans and showed that even hardened rappers have a soft spot for recognition, especially from a global icon like Selena Gomez. Selena's career has always balanced artistry with honesty. Whether she's opening up about her lupus diagnosis, releasing deeply personal songs like Lose You to Love Me, or breaking down the pressures of fame in her Apple TV documentary My Mind and Me, she continues to show that being vulnerable is not a weakness but a form of strength. Her comment about Ice Cube may seem light, but it's yet another thread in her narrative of being unapologetically herself. And in a media landscape where every move is scrutinized, Selena's choice to share something so personal and unexpected is, ironically, a power move. This moment also sparked an unexpected generational dialogue. Young fans unfamiliar with Ice Cube's legacy began researching his music and films, diving into his discography and discovering his cultural impact. Suddenly, a new wave of appreciation for his work emerged, not through traditional promotion, but through the viral power of one woman's crush confession. It was a unique case of cross-generational admiration, where Selena's massive Gen Z following took a detour into the hard-hitting beats and rhymes of 1990s hip-hop. It's proof that culture is cyclical, and sometimes all it takes is a moment of honesty to bridge the gap between eras. In the broader scope of pop culture, Selena's Ice Cube confession sits at the intersection of nostalgia, admiration, and fandom. It reminds us that celebrity culture isn't just about glitz and headlines, it's about connection. About how the stars we admire can shape our worldviews, influence our tastes, and even color our dreams. It's also a reflection of how media has changed. Today, a celebrity can share a passing comment and spark an entire news cycle, not because of scandal, but because of relatability. In an age of curated content, Selena's genuine affection for someone like Ice Cube feels refreshing. And let's not ignore the comedic value. The mental image of a young Selena Gomez watching Boys and the Hood or bumping Ice Cube tracks in her room, daydreaming about him instead of the teen heartthrobs of her era, is both hilarious and endearing. It's the kind of fun, unexpected pop culture anecdote that gives depth to celebrity personas. It shows that our stars are, after all, fans just like us. They have their own heroes, inspirations, and yes, crushes. And in that way, we're more connected to them than we think. What's next for Selena and Ice Cube? Likely nothing beyond mutual respect and a few funny interviews, but the moment stands on its own. It has brought joy, surprise, and a sense of nostalgic appreciation to millions. And in a world where celebrity headlines are often laced with scandal or heartbreak, this moment of lightheartedness has reminded us that sometimes, the best stories are the ones that simply make us smile. As Selena Gomez continues to break barriers in music, acting, and business, this anecdote will live on as part of her evolving story. It's a footnote in her legacy, but a charming one, proof that no matter how famous you become, your younger self always lives inside you, reminding you of where you came from and what made you smile. So now we ask, if you could confess your own surprising childhood crush, who would it be? And how would that revelation shape the way others see the real you?